to Charlottesville, home of the Virginia Cavaliers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Hokies will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense will be first on the attack. So when these two met last year, bowl eligibility was on the line, and Virginia Tech got the win, went to the Duke's Mayo Bowl, and the Cavaliers ended the season in disappointment.
Virginia Tech was able to end their season with a Pop Watson, young freshman quarterback stepping in, and he went to work, David, throwing the football, showing off his athleticism. He was the difference for the Hokies and helping getting them bowl eligible with this win last year.
Yeah, and listen, the Hokies, let's be honest, they've had the advantage in this rivalry for a long time. They've won 22 of the last 24. So I'm not good at math, but I know Virginia's not good in this matchup, and they've got to find a way to somehow compete at a higher level and find a way to win this rivalry game.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Shows him the stiff arm. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Now, fourth down.
And the Cavaliers will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. So Virginia Tech's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
To the air, it's Drones. He's got him. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Going to try to get at him. There's a live football. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, the quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. With the catch, it's Courtney. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but They're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Cavaliers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on 3rd and short. The sure hands, it's Courtney. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. This rivalry dates back to 1895, the first time Virginia and Virginia Tech faced. I don't even think Virginia Tech was called the Hokies then.
And the names might have changed, and this rivalry's been consistent. The hatred is consistent. The disdain for each other is so much fun to watch late in the season.
There's just so much intensity in this game because it's normally played late in the year, and the offseason is based off of who wins this game. As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Got it behind the line. It's Courtney. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
And the Cavaliers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll ride the hot hand. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Zings it complete to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
7-yard line. 4th down coming up.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And the Hokies have a chance to make that turnover pay off as they come to the line. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The Hokies need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Number one objective here, no turnover. Oh, better look out. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Got it in the middle. It's Ennis. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, he dropped it. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And I absolutely love the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, you know, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running it.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Punt is in the air. Wants to bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Complete to start this drive. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. They'll run play action. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He makes the catch. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cavaliers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Selden. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. To throw, it's Drones. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Hauls it in, looking for space. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Off-play action on 1st down. He's taking the shot. He's got it down the right side. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Morris. Makes the catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He'll do it himself. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Rides the back on the option to give. He's past the 30. Lots of running room. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Hokies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Finding open areas. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Hokies are on the move. Back to throw, it's Drones. Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him.
The ball squirts free. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to them. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Complete to the right. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Running to Green. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the Cavaliers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Harris. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Got room to work. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22? The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Ennis. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Hauls it in. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking downfield, it's Morris. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real thrilling performances, and there's still 2 quarters to go here between the Cavs and Hokies. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Virginia Tech and Virginia plays out.
And the Cavaliers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Drones. Fires one high and deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Pulls and fires complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
He wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. No good. Boy, that field goal really could have helped the mental health, but it's still a 13-point game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Scanning the field, it's Morris. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Pulls it in on the right.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
The Cavaliers with the 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And the Cavaliers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls it and fires to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Virginia! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The Wahoo-Wahs are really going now as the Cavs start to pull away from the Hokies.
There's a lot of blue and orange sticking around the stadium, and the Virginia Tech fans are hauling out right now because this thing is getting ugly.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, Virginia's been dominating this series, right? They haven't had the upper hand against Virginia Tech, so this is a great job focusing and really coming out and being ready to face their rival.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the run, it's Stewart. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man, it's Selden. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll throw on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it! Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. For straight line speed, Virginia Tech's had a lot of quarterbacks over the years who had some wheels.
I mean, this guy's got so much gas. He can just get up and go so quickly, and then they bring the fake in there, and there's just a lot to try to stop with this Virginia Tech quarterback.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Selden. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Using his feet. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Ready to try the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Dropping back, it's Morris. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give on the option. Purdy on the Jets. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Ennis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Give to Brown. Runs through the tackle. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Caught over the middle, it's Ennis. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Jukes his way for more. Past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Cavaliers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Courtney. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And the Cavaliers are stopped, but not before getting it past the...
Virginia taking control of this game
Nice
now.
quick decision by your quarterback. See what the defense is doing. And again, know where that yellow line is. Go get to it and get the first down.
The Cavaliers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wants to throw. It's Morris. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers! Quick strike through the air for the score. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra pointer right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Selden. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Here's a heat. He's going to run it, fighting off the defender. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Selden. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. Get it out on the screen. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Green. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
To the wideout. Picks up 6. First down for the offense.
And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A run for the quarterback. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Hokies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quick completion to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
On the screen. Tackled on the play at the 31-yard line. And first down for the offense.
And the Hokies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Back to pass, it's Drones. Just a short pass to the tight end. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll move the tight end. Rushes on him. Slips a tackle. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Stewart. Touchdown, Hokies. A great catch and run for 6.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
Splits the uprights.
That makes this Virginia 27, Virginia Tech 14.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They're testing the right side here. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll give it to the back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the counter. Fights off a defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Morris. Got it in the middle, it's Courtney. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Grabbed over the middle, it's Keith. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Dropping back, it's Drones. That's caught, it's Selden.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
The Hokies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Turning it on. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
By the receiver. Pickup of 11. Good enough for a first down.
And the Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
Looking for a man. It's Drones. Makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. So the Cavaliers take down the Hokies to claim the Commonwealth Cup. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.